I would just like to preface this with an apology. It's been a very long time. I just finished midterms this week. It is April 30th. Last time you saw me, I was fresh out of quarantine in a hotel room talking about my terrible day on February 22nd. Damn, that was a long time ago. Okay, since then I got COVID. That was my first time ever having COVID. I had COVID. It really wasn't that bad. I wasn't even gonna get tested, to be honest, because I just thought like I spoke too much. Like it was really just, I had a sore throat and that was it. But my friend who I was hanging out with that week also felt the same thing, but she was dead set that she had COVID. She was right. I tested negative for the rapid result test twice, but I decided to cheat because technically I'm not allowed to, but go get a PCR test. And that was positive, so I had to quarantine for 10 days, longer than my original quarantine date, in like SK Global, the dorm here. Not this one, but the other one. And they didn't even give me food, so that was, I lost a lot of weight. 17 days of quarantine combined. I was only out for a week. Like I had school for Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and then I was gone. So that's fun. Okay, since then my eczema got really bad, like I mentioned in the last video. But now I went to the hospital and had an appointment, and it's gotten so much better. Let me tell you, Korean medical supremacy. It's absolutely better than America. Like my hands look so much better than last time. Do you see that? They look like normal hands almost. My fingers got smaller too. That's wild. Also, I'm allergic to so many things. I'm on immunosuppressants, and I lost weight from that too because my colon was swollen as fuck. So it's been a wild ride for the past couple weeks. My midterms were this past week. I had 6 midterms for 4 classes, 3 midterms for 1 class. It wasn't even that bad, but like, okay, so I took my organic chemistry one. That was fine. I liked it, actually. I like puzzles. I had 3 for Korean, got 100 on 2 of them. So I did pretty well on that. I had 1 for physiology. That was, oh my gosh. That one was so bad. I like anatomy and physiology, but the way she teaches it, you don't know what you don't know. I missed 1 class for my ARC appointment. That's a whole other story in itself. But I missed 1 class and I got behind, and I tried to catch up. I did so much self-studying, and oh my gosh. But I looked up like the grading system, and it says it's on the same weight as my homeworks. So I really hope that stays. Oh my gosh, I'm so worried because like if I fail that class, I've never failed a class before. If I fail that class, I'll be pushed back a year for my degree. Like the way my degree, my major works, if I miss 1, I have to wait till the next year to go into clinicals, which is supposed to be in August for me. So pray for me, please. Then I had Chinese, which I thought was Then I had Chinese, which I thought was pretty nice. Like, it was simple. I just didn't feel like I had enough time because of my Chinese class. Okay, here's the thing. So I didn't look at the equivalency form till way later, and I'm supposed to be in Chinese 203, which is the first level advanced. This equates to Chinese 204, which should be the second, either the last level or the second to last level of Chinese. So I skipped a class basically, and I felt the fuck out of it. I felt it. So I've been spending these past couple weeks busting my ass trying to memorize all of the vocab because we learned like 60 in a week, and I'm actually at a pretty good spot. So I was like, okay, this should be good. And it was good, except, oh, fuck my life. So that pay is like, it's taking a word and making it into a sentence, or like making it into a functioning phrase. It was like in our test, it was like paired with the pronunciation, so like the pinyin, and then the sentence you make. I didn't know I had to make the sentence because I was talking to the other people in my class, and they were like, oh, there's no dape. So I'm like, okay. So I got half of all of those wrong. There was like 5 rows and 7 each. It was like 35, 40 like words, and I got all of them half wrong respectively. And then I had to do translation, but the thing is my class is taught from Korean, so all of it was in Korean. And then I like flipped the page and she translated it to English, but her English is not that well. my English isn't well either, I guess. Her English is not that good. So all of the sentences were like, they're weird. And like, it's the same stuff I've been studying, but like this time I didn't have the opportunity to like slow down and think about this. It was open notes, so that helped me a lot, but I didn't finish all of the translations. So I thought I did relatively well on that until I realized about the dape, and it, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. And we don't have homework in that class, so that was one of 2 grades, the last one being the final exam. Luckily, I took it as like credit only for my institution, so if I fail it, it wouldn't matter. But I'm still quite worried. So yeah, that happened. My ARC appointment, oh my gosh, it was so bad. Like the paperwork, luckily I'm in like a couple group chats about like international students, regarding international students here. And so I knew I had all the paperwork, but I lost my card 4 weeks before my appointment. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna order it and it'll be here by now. It was not. They were like, it'll take 4 to 16 business days because you're out of the country. 16 business days, it was still not there. So I had no cash and no way to get cash for the appointment because you have to have 30,000 won in cash, and I didn't. So I was like, okay, I have a credit card. So I'm like, okay, I'll just try to take out cash that way. It didn't work. I know my PIN. I didn't forget my PIN, and my PIN did not work in any situation. The one situation it did work, it was like, we can't process your request. We don't like your card. Choose an IC card. We don't take MasterCard. Like, bitch! Oh my gosh. And then, so they ended up locking my card because it was like, your pin's wrong too many times. And whenever it wasn't wrong, it refused to even, it was so difficult. So she was like, okay, I'm gonna make an exception for you. Not like waiving the cost or anything, but you come back tomorrow and it's like a personal appointment and you can pay the cash then. So I had to ask my friend for cash, and I ended up having to pay for it the next day because luckily, if I had to make another appointment, it would have been a month and a half out because that's how scheduled they are. So after like calling my bank that day, like sitting in a random ass, like almost like park an hour away from where I actually live, over the Han River. And I like call him like, hey, this happened, can you unfreeze my card? And she was like, you have to go into a Bank of America and talk to a bank teller. And I'm like, here's the thing, I tried that. There's no Bank of Americas in this country. I talked to a bank teller, there's no way to call you. She was like, sorry, that's the only thing we can do. I'm like, I will get deported. I will get deported if I don't do this. Like, is there anything you can do? And she was like, no. I talked to 4 people. 3 of them were black. I could tell by their voice, and none of them helped me. They were just like, oh, you just have to keep waiting for your card. Knowing damn well that the white lady who told me later, there's a note on like my shipping that was like, shipping delayed because of the war in Ukraine. Bitch! Bitch, nobody told me this. Also, why is it going the long way? It ships from Indiana. So from Indiana to South Korea, you couldn't go over the North Pole to South Korea. Like, you decided to go over every single continent on this planet in order to get to me. So the white lady, the last lady I talked to, she was like, I'm gonna have it expedited. Something that they also didn't tell me that I could do. And she waived the cost for me because of reparations. So I ended up getting it in literally 3 business days. And then the day after, my original card came in. 4 days too late. So now I have a list on my phone of people I owed back because Bank of America wants to be a bitch. So I'm definitely switching when I get back. But yeah, after I called and they were like, sorry, talk to my supervisor, we can't unlock your card. I literally sat, I don't even remember, it was like by the Nambu office. I don't remember what district that was. It's like by Angok Station. I sat there and like, I cried. I was like, this shit, like everything's going wrong, but I was like, I can't do this. I have makeup on. They're gonna know I cried. They're gonna be like, what the fuck is wrong with that black bitch? Oh, so I had to suck it up. It was a terrible day, and I ended up missing my physiology class. My appointment was at 2:12. My class was at 4. 3? 4. It was 4 that day. Why was it 4? It's usually 3. I don't know. My class was hours later and I missed it. So I had a really rough couple weeks for a bit. And then I had midterms, which did not help it whatsoever. On the other hand, I started playing volleyball every weekend. And that's been pretty fun. I've been getting better and more comfortable. And I have actually a couple recordings. I'm actually going tomorrow, which is why I'm kind of making this video, because I really need to like record. And I have recorded a bit with my phone, but I don't like recording with my phone. But also, I'm already black in South Korea, so fuck, I look like walking around with a camera pointed at my face talking. So hopefully you'll get some nice little scenery shots, and it won't be of me. But that's what I wanted to preface this with, because tomorrow I will actually be going out and playing volleyball and traveling. It's an hour away. So hopefully this will be a nice little preface for what happens tomorrow. Is there anything else? Oh, I also got my eyebrows microbladed. They look actually pretty good. Way better than I expected. My eyebrows are pretty short, so this actually helps out so much. And I have to take my hair down soon. That's gonna be a bitch in itself. You see that? You can't even see my scalp anymore, barely. Like this, we're gonna have to go. But okay, stuff that I've noticed so far being here, fetishes are alive. Black women fetishes are alive and well. They're not talked about much, but believe me, they are alive and prospering in the darkness. The girls, I have not seen an ugly girl yet, so it's kind of intimidating, but I have an upper hand because I'm exotic. So that was a nice little update. Okay, every time I try to like, all right, I'm gonna go record today, it's either my battery is dead or I somehow forget my SD card. So please believe me whenever I say I will try. I will try. Also, I got invited to a wedding, a Korean wedding. The invitation is so pretty. Like, ooh, can you not? No? 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 Yeah, the invitation is so pretty, and it came with this little like this seal with Korean imprinted, and then a little photo box, little thing. There we go. This little like photo box, little tag. Okay, it's so pretty. I don't want to open it. I know when it is, so I'll open it when the time comes. I'm actually really excited. Hopefully it'll be my first prospective successful wedding out of 2. Third time's the charm. Is that one of the guys I play volleyball with, actually. The first day I met him, he verbally invited me. I'm not even drinking age in America yet, and this man is 35 inviting me to his wedding. He showed me a video of his volleyball highlights from high school in 2003. I was around 1 year old. I could literally be his daughter if he was into black women. Who knows, maybe he is. He's not marrying a black woman though, so. Yeah, I've been quite busy studying for Chinese, I still work for Miami, by the way. I'm just a photo editor now from across the world. I'm also still on the executive board of the feminist club in my school. And so with all of that, and then all my classes, and then midterms, I truly do apologize. But hopefully things will get better. What am I gonna say? My English has been so bad since I came here, and I'm getting a little bit of an accent when I say specific words. I don't know what accent, but an accent. The only goal I had when I came into this country was to make somebody's traditional Korean parents upset. So far, I haven't succeeded. Truly upsetting. I've experienced racism here. It's very interesting, but it's not outward as much. It's definitely not verbalized. You'll get like, the worst experience I've had was like somebody refusing to take my order. And it wasn't even an old like the person was probably like international age, 25 max. But it's definitely not as blatant as in the US. I saw on this girl's like YouTube that people usually don't want to talk to foreigners because they either can't speak English or they are embarrassed about their English abilities. I actually think that's pretty true. 2 generalizations that I've noticed since being here is that everybody and their sisters loves smoking cigarettes. It's so popular here. I come back from bars sometimes, like cigarette smoke embedded into my hair follicles. Like, another thing I've noticed is that everybody and their aunts like to protest. Protesting is like baseball to America here. It's such a great pastime. Oh my gosh, election season here? Oh my gosh. I'm so glad it's over. And then the Christian cults, I'm Christian, but there's a line we have to draw somewhere. Like handing out little toy babies, talking about this is your fetus at 16 weeks and shit like that. They're bold. They don't care if you speak Korean or not. They're gonna talk to you. Luckily it hasn't happened to me, probably because I wear this and they're like, let me not bother that girl. Also, she's black, so she is probably angry. But I don't know. They're a plague here. They are a plague. Anyway, I said I was gonna keep this brief, and I surely did not. But yeah, today is April 30th, 2022, and this is my day.